Shalom, Shalom, Israel. Atazawam coming at y'all with a quick video. Topic of today is going to be temptation is at its highest, man. Right? Spoke to a few brothers, man. I noticed a lot of brothers have been having this issue, and it's a good thing that brothers speak up and let brothers know what's going on, right? So temptation is at its highest, man. Ever since Passover, Satan has been coming real hard at brothers lately, right? So this is a quick video to remind y'all to, stay in the spirit and to resist temptation, man. Resisting temptation is all through the scriptures, and we're going to get a couple precepts on it. But for now, I'm going to give a call hello to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, who the world calls God, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Shalom, shalom. Right? So we're going to get it started. This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 12. And it reads, "Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him." Verse 13, "Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God, for God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. Then when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death." That's why when you resist temptation in verse 12, you receive a crown of life upon thy head. Because every time you resist temptation, right, and you don't commit sin, Salakia, every time you commit sin and you don't flee from the temptation, right, you're in sin, man, right? And like verse 15, right, like verse 15 said, a sin is death, man, right? So you gotta resist those temptations. You can't say, God tempted me with this. Nah, man, it's the spiritual demon Satan. Everything that he has on this earth, he got the whores and the harlots walking around here. He got the weed smoke in the air. He got all these deals happening on the Sabbath, right? He got the he got the crab legs on sale, right? So he got all these things, man, to entice the flesh, man, right? Let's go to the book of Revelation 3 and verse 10, man, because we're constantly going to be going through these temptations, man, and we know that these temptations is only for a certain amount of time, right? These temptations could be happening, right? It might be a couple days, right? It might be weeks on weeks. You might be in the truth and still be fighting the same temptation that you've been fighting since you got in this thing, man, right? You might have been in this thing 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? You still have the same temptation every time you see it. Every time you see an Eve, you want to holler at her, right? Every time you smell weed smoke, you got cravings to smoke a blunt, right? Certain things, right, entice your body, man, right? We got to understand that our flesh is weak at the end of the day, right? And we're going to get that as well. But we got to understand that the hour of temptation is here, man. Right, we what's that doomsday clock, man? We at like 11:57 or something, right? So this is that hour of temptation, man, right? And it's only gonna get worse from here on out, right? That temptation is only gonna get hotter. It's only gonna get harder, right? It's only gonna be harder to resist the temptation, right? So, we're gonna get it. The book of Revelation, chapter 3, and verse 10. "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." Right, man, to try them, to come upon the world, man, the world of Israel, man. And we know that in the book of Isaiah 45 and 17, I believe it is. All right, let me get it real quick through the Spirit. Right, the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 17. "But Israel shall be saved with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end." So let's get it again in Revelation 3 and verse 10. "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." Right, man? Right, that hour of temptation. Right, so when you pray, you keeping the patience, you keeping the commandments of the Most High, you keeping the faith. Every time you pray, every time you read, you make a video, you're resisting that temptation, man. So the Lord said He's gonna keep you from that hour of temptation. He's gonna keep you you know, he's gonna keep Satan away from you, man. Satan is gonna keep on coming, man, until we in those heavenly bodies. Lord willing, everybody watching this video and every brother and sister on that's trying their best to keep the commandments, get the kingdom of heaven, man. Right? So we not out here for vain glory, right? So the Lord will keep you from that temptation, right? Let's see. Right, come on, let's get the book of Matthew, chapter 26. Let me see. The book of Matthew, chapter 26, and verse 41. Right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 26, and verse 41. It says, "Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." And you know, that's exactly what I said, man. Right, the spirit indeed is willing, right, but the flesh is weak, man. Right, we in these weak bodies. That's why I said Satan is gonna keep on continuing to come at you, man. Y'all gotta stay strong in this thing, right? You Jake and you Eve, you can't fall short now, man. We almost at the end of this thing. You know, brothers say that all the time because World War III is at the brink, and we know what has to happen before World War III. Jacob's trouble has to happen, man. So if we know World War III is that close, how much longer Jacob's trouble, right? So y'all gotta hold on, man. The kingdom was almost here. Right? Same with me and same for any other brother, man. There's no brother mightier than any other one. Right? No sister mightier than any other sister, man. Right? So let me read it again. Right? Because the Lord said, I will keep thee from the hour of temptation. Right? So how is the Lord going to keep you from the hour of temptation? Right? By praying. Right? By fasting. Right? This is the book of Matthew chapter 26 and verse 41. Right? Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. Right? Watch the times. Okay, World War III. I keep seeing a post. Okay, Russia is, you know, at the coast of this country with ballistic missiles. Okay, you know, let's see how, you know, America said they're gonna respond this and this and this way. Okay, that might be the war right there. Jacob's trouble might happen tomorrow. You know, you gotta constantly watch the times, man, and constantly pray. Pray that you enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak, man. You got to pray you enter not into temptation because the flesh is weak. You bound to go off if you get that too much heat, too much temptation. You by yourself. You know, brothers not picking up the phone. You know, brothers throwing you precepts, but you still over here sweating like, whew, damn, man, what should I do? You trying to make a video, you know, saying distracting you in a video. You like, damn, man, you know, all I could think about is so-and-so. All I could think about is doing this and that, right? You got to resist temptation, man. You got to do the best you can by praying and fasting, man. Right? This the book. Where is that? The book of Salakia, the book of James. Let's go to the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 7, I believe. It's the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 7, and it reads, "Submit yourselves, therefore, to Yahweh." This is the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 7. And it reads, "Submit yourselves, therefore, to Yahweh. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you." Right? Right, Salaki, you know, brothers having kind of technical difficulties. Let's read it again. James, chapter 4 and verse 7. And it reads, "Submit yourselves, therefore, to Yahweh. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you," man. Right? Resist the devil by what? You know, trying your best to stay in the spirit. Yahweh Shai resists the devil, man. Right? He said, "Get behind thee, Satan." Right? Satan, get behind thee. Right? Paraphrasing. Right? So you resist the devil by praying, by fasting, right? And by making a video, doing, you know, reading, right? You constantly gotta be resisting the devil, man. Right? After the Passover, brothers been going through hell, man. Hell's trials and tribulations, man. Right? So you gotta constantly be in the spirit, or you're gonna be sifted out, man. That's the worst thing to do, is to come in the truth, know who you are, and be sifted out, man. Right? And then you know, you being lukewarm. Right, all those things is surely destruction, man. Right, to be in His truth, to have the living waters, and to go right back into the world, man. Right, those are scary things. Right, that's a scary thing to happen. Let's go to the book of 1 Corinthians, right, chapter 10 and verse 13, because we gotta understand that, you know, as much hell and through trials and tribulations we go through, there's nothing that the Most High, He's not going to put something on us that we can't resist, that we can't fight, right? We bound to go off. We might be, you know, brothers got to stop being weak vessels, man. You know, I'm not saying, oh, you know, brothers, listen to me because I'm the strongest out here. You know, that never came out of my mouth. But brothers got to understand, you know, that there's no temptation that the Most High is going to give you that you can't find a way out of, right? Literally, go for a damn run, man, right? You got to put on the whole armor of the Most High, right? This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13, and it reads, there have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man, right? So every temptation is common to you, man. It's common to look at Eve and want to do the things, man, right? It's common for Eve to look at Jake and want to do some things. It's common to smell that pork and be like, damn, that's mama's barbecue pork, man. That barbecue ribs, I miss that. You know, you kind of drool in your mouth, kind of water. You kind of got to wipe the sides of your mouth, you know. You kind of got to like, you know, damn, you know, I got to really, you know, damn that pork, you know, Isaiah 66 and verse 17, man, you know. I can't eat that pork, man. That's surely destruction, right? You got to resist the devil, man. You got to resist these temptations because these are common to man, right? You resist the temptation of smoking a blunt and a cigarette and drinking some liquors and beer, man, and getting drunk, right? Resist these common temptations, right? From the top, there have no temptation taken you but such as is common to man, but Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it, right? So the Lord also makes a way to escape, man, right? A friend might be hitting you up, hey, Atazawam, you know, do you want to come and you know, and make a video with me? You know, do you want to you know, do you want to do extra labor? You know, or come to my house, you know, let's read and play some Xbox or something, right? And that might be your way out of temptation. You might be like, damn, you might got the you know, you might got them scumbag apps on your phone. You might have that internet, you know, you might have never cleared your browser from so and so time, and hey, you know, you scratching, damn, man, you know. Damn, you kind of look at it, you're like, nah, that's gonna go off, you know. I calling you, kind of hanging up, you're like, damn, man, I don't know, what should I do, you know. And that's the Lord calling you right there through the vessel of so and so, man, right? Calling you to resist that temptation, right? And you go to so and so house, you're like, damn, man, you know, I forgot all about that. You know, you might go another week or so without even having that temptation, right? Or you might fall short, and every day you back to the same damn movie, watching the same movie over and over and over again, and here it is a month, a week, you know, so and so you ain't pray, right? You didn't pray, you don't read, you don't fast no more, right? Because you worry about that scumbag app on your phone, right? Or whatever the case might be, right? And now all of a sudden you sifted out the truth, worst come to worst, right? So you got to resist this common temptation for man, right? Because the Most High always makes a way for you to come out of that thing, right? You got to put on the whole armor of the Most High. Let's get that in Ephesians book, chapter 6, right? Right? So let's get it in the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, in verse 11, and it reads, put on, matter of fact, verse 10, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil, right? So you got to be able to put on the whole armor of the Most High, right? The faith, you know, the shield, right? The armor, the breastplate, right? You got to be able to put the whole thing on and stay strong in this thing, man. Because it's saying able to stab you through your armor, you ain't no good to the Most High, man. The Most High will mend the war. The Lord said we his battle axes, right? That's in the book of Jeremiah, right? Let me look real quick, you know. That's a precept brothers is trying to keep in his arsenal, right? That's a precept brothers need in his arsenal. Right, that's in the book of Jeremiah, man. Right? Pretty sure. Right, you know, I'm not even gonna let me get from the video, right? But the Most High said we the battle axes. We the Most High's battle axes, man, right? So let's go back to the book of Ephesians, right? Because the Most High wants men of war. And you got to be able to resist the devil, because we're not fighting a carnal battle. We fighting a spiritual battle. So, Esau go out there in the islands and, his men, he got the tanks and stuff. He's fighting a carnal battle through flesh and blood. And we fighting through the spirit. So, just like they got the armor and they shooting, they sniping, they got the tanks and the missiles and the nukes, and they doing everything they got. We got to put on the same thing, but spiritually, man. Right? Because if we die, that's it, man. Right? We literally going to die. Right? Through the spirit. Right? And that's the worst thing to happen, man. It's for you to die through the spirit. Right, your lamp to be put out, your candlestick to be blown out, the Most High to take an axe and hew you down like the tree, man. Right, so that's the worst thing to happen to man. Right, that's the worst thing to happen to Israel, man. Right, to be cut down, right, and to not bear righteous fruit. Right, if you're not able to bear righteous fruit, you're finished, man. Right, like I said, you gotta resist the temptation, resist sin. Let's go to the Apocrypha real quick. Right, let's go to the book of Sirach, aka the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 21. Right, chapter 21 and verse 2, and it reads, matter of fact, verse 20, right from the top. Chapter 21 from the top. My son, hast thou sinned? Do so no more, but ask pardon for thy former sins. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee, the teeth thereof, or as the teeth of a lion, slaying the souls of men. Right? Slaying the souls of men. As a serpent. Imagine a snake, man, got lion's teeth, man. And it's slaying the souls of Israel. Right? Y'all gotta keep that in mind. That's a powerful precept. Let's read that again. Right? The book of Sirach, chapter 21 from the top. My son, hast thou sinned? Do so no more, but ask pardon for thy former sins. Flee from sin as from the face of a serpent, for if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee, the teeth thereof, or as the teeth of a lion, slaying the souls of men. Slaying the souls of men. Man, that's a powerful precept. You gotta flee from temptation, man. Right? Literally, you could run on that thing, man. Go to the gym if that's what you gotta do. Run, hit the block, right? Do something, man. Right? When I say hit the block, I don't mean hit the block with the homeboys and we're 4, 5, 6, man. I'm not talking about hitting the block literally, man. I'm talking about, jog the block, go outside, listen to some music, do what you gotta do, man. If you gotta turn on that 2K, and that's gonna, your career mode is gonna keep you from smoking the L. Hey, do you, man? Right? Do what you gotta do to resist the temptation of sin, man. Because that's surely death. The Lord says sin is death, man. Right? Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 4. Right? Let's read, because the Most High, not the Most High, Yahweh Shai was tempted of sin himself. Right? So if Satan tempted Yahweh Shai, he was able to do it in the flesh. You got to be able to do the same thing, man. Right? Because we made in the image of the Most High. Right? So we got to resist the temptation just like Yahweh Shai resisted temptation and resisted Satan himself. Right? This is the book of Matthew chapter 4 and verse 1. Let's read. Then was Yahweh Shai led up of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter, Salakia, came to him, he said, If thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh. Then the devil taketh him up into the holy city, Salakia, and setteth him on a pinnacle of the temple, and saith unto him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, He shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Yahweh Shai said unto him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. Again the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then said Yahushua unto him, Get thee thence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. There you go, man. He put that spiritual crown of life upon Yahushua's head for resisting Satan, man. Right? Because, Satan tried to come at him and, I give you bread, the angels will save you, man. Try and kill yourself. That's what he tried to do. He said, try to kill yourself, right? Because if he jumped off the mountain, it's written for him to die for the nation of Israel. That's in the book of Matthew chapter 1 and verse 20. Let me see real quick. Right? The book of Matthew chapter 1 and 21. Right? He would die for the sins of Israel. Right? To save his people. Right? So he knows. Right? So Satan try to get you anyway. Go ahead, just smoke the blunt. When you smoke the blunt now, you can pray later, fast tomorrow. It's whatever, right? They're trying to get you to whatever to fall into that sin and that mischief, right? Let's go back to the book of Ephesians, right? Because Satan crafty, man, right? Satan crafty, right? Satan trying to get you, man, right? This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 25, and it reads, Therefore, putting away lying, speaking every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. So, man, hey, if you got to tell your brother, hey, man, this is what I'm going through, man. Like, yo, why this lust demon on me? And your brothers, being a good brother, man, and it's truth, you should be helping your brother out, right? Whether it's with temptation, right? Whether it's guiding him in the right direction, or whether it's helping him out with the problems he got in this world, right? Struggling with bills or something. If as a group, as a camp, y'all should be helping y'all brothers out, because we are one member at the end of the day, right? We kind of divided up as camps, but all Israel, we divided up, man, as one body though, right? Every brother in his truth, every sister in his truth, we're one body, right? Let me get that in the book of 1 Corinthians, man, right? Because even though brothers in his truth, a lot of brothers are selfish, man. A lot of brothers only think of themselves. A lot of brothers only want you and only kind of care for you when it's benefiting the camp, right? So you got to watch out for those brothers, man. Not saying cut those brothers off, but be wary of brothers, man. Brothers want you to come out your way and break a neck, break your spine and go out your way for the camp, but they won't go out their way for you as just a member. If you can't do this and this and that, your ass is gone, man. Your ass is kicked out the camp. Or you got to do this in the camp, man. You got to do that. You want punishment because you can't make it or something. Or you couldn't come up with some money, right? Knowing your situation, right? Right? So brothers is stingy, man. Some brothers is like that. Some brothers might, help you here and there. But when it all come down to it and you at your lowest, brothers won't help you, man. And brothers got to get out that damn spirit, right? There's a lot of brothers like that. Right, you got to get out that damn spirit, man. Right, because then brothers gonna look at you and say, nah, you brothers ain't worth it, man. I'm gonna keep my distance, I'm gonna come in here, do the work of the Lord. I'm gonna stay in the camp for the work of the Lord. But at the end of the day, y'all brothers is selfish. I peep how it is. I'm good off y'all. Right, hey, that's how brothers move, man. And that's how brothers move in the real world as well. Right, so you were supposed to throw away that old man. Right, so back to the topic. Right, let's read it again. Right, 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 12, because we one body, right? So brothers can't be acting stingy and doing things to benefit themselves, right? 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 12, for as the body is one, and hath many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Christ, right, man? We one body in the most, in Yahushua HaMashiach, right? So we got to do the same damn thing, man, for one another, right? Because we're one body, and we're our temple, right? Our body, our temple is the temple of the Most High. So if you're not helping build up another temple, the Most High's temple, your brother next to you or your sister next to you, right? You pretty much casting stones and trying to destroy that temple, man. If you're not trying to build up a temple for the Most High, you destroying it, man. You either for the Most High or you not, right? How can you say you claim you love the Most High, you want to serve the Most High, but you're not helping your brother, man? That's right there in front of you, right? You know, if brother's asking you for help, right? Yo, brother, I need help, and you making excuses knowing you can help. Hey, brother, you just denied Yahweh Shai, man. You told Yahweh Shai, no, I can't help you out, right? So you brothers gotta watch out for that, man. Let's go back to the book of Ephesians, right? And not every brother's like that, of course, but there's a lot of brothers like that, man. And there's a lot of brothers that might kind of help you in the beginning as they know you, and then this brother been going through the problems for a while. This brother on his own, you know. That's how some brothers roll, man. Right? So you gotta be wary, brothers, man. You definitely gotta be wary of brothers, right? Definitely got to be wary, brothers, man. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 25. Wherefore, putting away lying, speaking every man truth with his neighbor, lying like, nah, man, I'm doing good. Hey, let your brothers know what's going on, right? And as a good brother, help that damn brother, man. Help that brother out, right? Speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, right? Neither give place to the devil, right? So even though you angry, damn, man, I personally had my car, kind of shut down on me, going to camp, man. Recently I'm on 195. My car kind of stopped working. I had to pull over, man. You know what I mean? Lord, all praises to the Most High. One a mighty brother Azariah, scoop me up, whatever. But at the end of the day, you can't be angry at the situation going on, right? At the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do, right? You can't be angry and leave place for Satan, man, because the Most High, like Job, could take away and give you back, right? Right? Gave Job what? Tenfold. Let's go to the book of Job, right? Side precept, right? Like I said, man, you got to be wary of your brothers, because some brothers ain't going to help you out to the full extent that they able to help you out. As a camp, some camps is not going to help you out at all. Some camps might help you out just a little bit, right? My little handout, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's not you that they denying and that they're not trying to help. They're not trying to help Yahweh Shai, right? And Yahweh Shai says, say not thou will recompense evil, but wait on the Lord and he shall save thee, man. Right, so you brothers gotta stay strong in this thing. We could sit and watch brothers, man. We watch brothers how they move, right? But it's all right, you know what I mean? It's all right, because at the end of the day, we're one body, and Yahweh Shai and it is gonna do it. Don't hold no grudges, right? Don't hold no grudges, because that's gonna be to your own self destruction, right? But we know how brothers move, and Yahweh Shai is gonna pay you back, man. Right? Yahweh Shai is gonna handle that. The Most High is gonna handle that. Right? So forgive the brother, move on, let Yahweh Shai and the Lord do that. Right? So this is the book of Job, chapter 1, and verse, other page. Right? 1 and verse 20. Then verse 19. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Then Job arose and rent his mantle, and shaved his head, and fell down upon the ground and worshipped, and said, Naked came out of my mother's womb. It's like it. Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And all this Job said not, nor charged Yahweh foolishly, man. So you can't be angry like, damn, man, the Most High is always doing this to me, man. F all this shit. You ripping off your shirt. You like, man, I'm not in the truth no more, man. F this. You like, man, yo, I need a blunt. You kind of calling up your cousin. You kind of calling up your brothers and your uncles. Man, I need some beer, man. Come through with the Henny, some blunts, man. Some bitches, man. I need to let out some steam, man. I'm going through it. I'm sick of this shit. You know what I mean? You going crazy, man. You charging the Most High foolishly, right? Right? And the Most High could be setting you up for something greater than what you had. Right? You must have lost the hoopty, right? And then, you could have been mighty like Job, and then all of a sudden, the Most High bless you with a damn brand new car, man. Bless you with a new car and a home, right? So you never know what the Most High got in store for you, man. He'll bless you tenfold, right? So you gotta keep the faith, man, and be not angry, right? And resist those temptations, because that's just temptation, right? The Lord gave permission to Satan to tempt Job and to take away, right? To test his faith. In Job, in verse 1, the Lord said he's a perfect man, upright man, one that fears God and escheweth evil, right? So we got to be the same. How much more of us? If Job was tempted and taken away and kids killed and all this and blisters on his skin, how much more us, man? Right? And we wicked men, right? We wicked as Israel, right? This is the book of James chapter 1 and verse 2, right? Behold, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Right? Not wanting nothing. Right? So it's a blessing. Be like, damn, I'm going through it. You kind of smile like, damn, yo. Most High love me. Remember, the Lord said he chastised those who he loved. Right? So be like, damn, the Most High dealing with me, man. All praises to the Most High. Right? You be like, damn, I wonder what the Most High going to give me now. Wisdom, understanding. Man, I might be able to break that down in Esdras. I might be able to read Ecclesiastes and be able to make a couple videos and be able to understand it all. Right? Wisdom of Solomon, that's a good book, man. I might be able to remember tons of precepts. Right? So you never know, man. Right? But you know what? That you shouldn't want things like, oh, the Most High took away my car. I want a Beamer now. I want that Mercedes Benz. Yeah, I'm gonna pray for that Mercedes Benz. Nah, man, give thanks to the Most High that he's even tempting you, that he's even putting you through that fire, right? So thank the Most High for in all things, man. That's in the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, right? Give thanks to the Lord in all things, right? Let's get that, matter of fact. Right, let's go to the book of 1 Thessalonians. It's a real small book. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 18. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of Yahweh and Hamashiach Yahushai concerning you. Give thanks to the Most High, man. Right? Because this is the will of the Most High concerning you, man. Right? It was the will of the Most High that I broke down on 195, man. It was the will of the Most High. And I gave thanks to the Most High. I give thanks to the Most High for everything, man. Right? To be tempted this long, I give thanks to the Most High. So call Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. Right? I'm just an example. The Lord's using me as an example for other brothers to look and say, that brother's going through it for that long. I could do it. It's only been one day. I could do another day. I could do another week. I could do another month. I could do a whole year if that brother's going through it like that. Right? Just the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 13. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats, but Yahweh shall destroy both it and them. Now the body is not for fornication, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. Right? So let's read it again. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats, but Yahweh shall destroy both in and them. Slakia, I'm reading it wrong. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats, but Yahweh shall destroy both it and them. Now, the body is not for fornication, but for the Lord, and the Lord is for the body, man. So the Most High, man, the Lord is not dealing with no wicked. The Lord is not dealing with no wicked doctrines, man. Right? The Lord is not dealing with no false philosophies. The Lord is not dealing with that BS you trying to feed into your body. The Lord's going to destroy all that, man. Right? Because the belly is your brain, man. Right? Your belly's spiritual for your brain. You take this roll and eat it up. You eating the meat up, and you trying to do all this. You trying to he's talking about this and this and that. That's what it's meaning, right? And you think you know everything, man. Right? The Most High will destroy that all, man. Right? And your body's not for fornication, right? The Most High is for the body, and the body's for the Most High. Right? So you gotta resist the temptation, because your temple is, this body's for the Most High, man. This is the Most High's body. You gotta take care of it and keep as much sin and blood and iniquity out of this temple of the Most High, man. Right? So with that, I'm gonna give a shalom and give a call, Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Shalom.